If you don't want to listen about Battlefield news, all that kind of stuff, like, because I'm done. I see you guys in the next episode. See you in 2-3 weeks. I'll see you on Patreon, one of those. But if you want to stay with me for a little bit, I want to talk about the website. I want to talk about the BattlefieldOne.net website that we've been working on for the last 2-3 months. And it's live, as you already know. As I said at the start of the episode, I said last episode, BattlefieldOne.net. I've been working on this baby for the last 3 months, 4 months, and work is still being done in the background for other stuff because it's not done. It's still early work. It's still early stuff, but the website is running well. We have a homepage, explaining what we are, what we do. Then you can click on links and everything. Like, you can meet the host. You can know more about me. You can know more about Ray. You can know more about Andre. Then you can know more about our guests, all that kind of stuff. And on the website, of course, you can listen to all the episodes ad-free, by the way, all ad-free. So if you want to listen to our podcast, it's all ad-free on BattlefieldOne.net. We have our old episodes there from 2015, slowly being re-uploaded on the website because they're originally being re-uploaded on Patreon. So subscribe to Patreon, patreon.com/TheLankySoldier, and all the episodes are being re-uploaded there, but they're also being re-uploaded on the website BattlefieldOne.net. And of course, there we also have some bonus episodes that are free public Patreon episodes, so you also can listen to them there. So it's like 4 episodes right now, and it depends when we're gonna do more public episodes, but all the public episodes will be published there. So it's a nice archive for all our old episodes. And on top of that, I don't want to just leave our episodes to be there for you to be listened. I also document each episode, what we talked about, the time codes for each episode, the YouTube links, the Spotify, Apple iTunes, Apple Podcast, Amazon Music, Audible, all that kind of stuff, right? That's being linked with documentation, and each documentation of each episode is basically explains what we talked on that episode, what the important quotes, what important quotes that were said on that episode, and of course the main thing, the highlights, what was discussed on that episode. So we have documentation for each Battlefield 1 podcast episode, including the old ones. Like, we even do the highlights for the old ones. So that's one of the main reasons why it took so long to do this website, because documenting everything was a bitch. And if AI wasn't here, it would take even longer. So I know people like, oh, he's using AI to do, like, yes, AI helped a lot to document each episode, what was discussed and what we talked about. But you have to remember, AI is not accurate. The thing about AI, ChatGPT or some any other AI out there, it's very, very confident in being wrong. And that's the thing I knew, and I learned, it still learned again. Like, hey, yes, it does a pretty good job of analyzing your podcast episodes and putting it on a text, in a bullet point format, explaining what was discussed. It does a really good job, but thank fuck I remember what was discussed, or sometimes I have to re-listen to the podcast and everything just to confirm, because AI can be wrong. Sometimes it made some stuff that I did not understand. Where the hell you got that from? Like, where did you get that information from? I don't understand. And I just realized I was not holding my mic properly because I'm on the bloody sofa just chilling. AI was very confident of what he has to say, and I'm like, that's not what we're talking about. That's I don't know where he got this information from. So he probably got it from somewhere for sure, but I don't know where from. That's not what was discussed on the episode, so I had to fix it and everything. And documenting the whole episodes was a bitch, And the reason why I want to document the episodes is because when I, talk about something, about Battlefield or whatever the case may be, right? I want to go on my website and find out what was said on that podcast, because I want to know how wrong or right we were during that time, right? Like, realistically, I should not do any documentation for the episodes for people to read, because that basically puts us, what's the word? On the spotlight. Like, but that's good. But that's fantastic. That gives us accountability on what we have to say and what we say and how we say it, all that kind of stuff. It puts accountability on us on making this show much better, because that means, yeah, we talked about this, but let's correct ourselves because we said this, but in reality it's that. That's the thing. This website of us documenting each episode is fucking fantastic, because also we can bring some old topics back and talk about it, because some of the topics we talked about before still relevant to this day with this bloody franchise. So that's the thing. You have to be a bit more, you have to put accountability on yourself, and this website helps, and I'm happy to support this. You know, there's a reason why I decided to go that way. I want to put accountability on us, and I just want for the new people, like, or anyone, just go on the website and just find what we talked about and just read what we talked about, whatever the case may be, right? It's one of those things, like, I want to put something there. It's us, you know, it's a piece of history, and I'm glad that we can do that on this website. On top of that, because we have all this documentation happening for all the episodes we talked about, right? Now we have like a news section there too. And what's the point of the news section is for people that don't want to listen to the whole episode, or don't want to listen to a specific, like, through old episodes about something. I get that. Not everyone wants to listen to podcasts, and I get that everyone has the time to listen to everything. So we have a news section where we write articles about the stuff we talk about, the stuff that was mentioned, the news that happened in Battlefield franchise. That's the point. It's basically, I want to make a hub for people to go to be the number one destination, anything Battlefield. So, and it's not just like copy-paste news from other sites and everything, like, oh, reveal is happening tomorrow, let me copy-paste this information on the website. No. When you click on an article on BattlefieldOne.net to read about specific news about something Battlefield related, you'll get not only the news, you will get our opinion or anything that we discussed on top of that about that topic. Yeah, you read, oh, there's a new gauntlet mode coming to Battlefield Battle Royale. Cool. I don't know what that means. So that's why we add our opinions and context into the article from what we discussed about this gauntlet mode, so you can get an understanding what the fuck we're talking about, right? Just because I tell you what's coming doesn't mean you know what's coming. So we try to explain the article, and that's the point. The way I decided to go this with BattlefieldOne.net is fantastic. I think it's fantastic because also some of the articles I do have to use AI sometimes, because just to put everything in somewhat starting context. But at the end of the day, I still have to write those articles myself, because, like I said, AI is very, very confident of being wrong. So sometimes I use it like a starting point, right? And after that, I'll go from there and write it and fix the mistakes where it has to be. But regardless, all this information that you're gonna see on BattlefieldOne.net in the news section is basically all based on what we said and what we discussed and all the official news. It's not just copy-paste news. You're getting context, you're getting the details, you're getting all that kind of stuff that is important for you to understand what is going on with this piece of information that you're reading about. And I'm really happy that we decided to go that way, because it makes the things more unique, more interesting, and more educational in general. Because the thing of what I don't like, no matter what I think about the Battlefield games and everything, all that kind of stuff, but what I hate most about is the misinformation. We live in the age of misinformation. So people say like, oh, Battlefield 4 is the best lock close, best weapon lock, just like the Battlefield 4 class system, how the weapons are locked for each class and so on. That's the best thing. Yeah, but you have universal weapons that can be equipped to each class. It kind of defeats the purpose of it, right? So that's what I mean. That it doesn't define the classes, the everything, and people, stuff like that. They're saying like on Reddit and the areas like, "Oh, this is the best." I'm like, is it? Did you understand? Okay, can you even explain to me why you like it? Well, I just like it. So you don't have a reason. We try to give you a reason. So we try to give you educational reason how you like. I'm not telling you how you should think about something, but I'm telling you that we're trying to explain to you why developers went with that particular route for their game, right? Or why we think it's not the best or the good way to do it. Like, whatever the case may be, whatever the topic is, you get in context. You get in context. So just on that, BattlefieldOne.net is a fantastic place for any Battlefield fan. It just is. Like, what we're making for this website and the things we're going to make in the future. Because, for example, there was some comment from someone saying, "Oh, you should stream the episodes on the website, and the Patreon users, can join and watch the live stream live before it gets posted to the public places like Spotify, YouTube, all that kind of stuff, right?" And that's not a bad idea. And already working on that, like, yeah, that's a good idea. So any Patreon user, whoever, will be able to log in to the website, or whatever the case may be, and watch the live recording of our show before it gets posted to the public episodes. With the fancy editing, all that kind of stuff, you're getting the raw experience, and that's a good idea, and that's being worked on in the background. Then, of course, the news section. Don't get me wrong, writing news and writing articles, that takes time. That takes a lot of time to make sure that all your information is correct, all the details are correct, everything you're writing about is not fake news. You need to make sure that everything is on point and correct. So that takes time, But, like I said, it does put accountability on us, and it makes the whole listening experience much better because, like, hey, you listen to the podcast, you go on the website, you read about something, or you don't listen to the podcast, but you read the article. You're still gonna get that information what we talked about, right? You're still gonna get that content. One is written, one is audio. Same thing, right? Same thing. As long as the information is consistent and you get that particular information that needs to be discussed. So I love our website. BattlefieldOne.net website is fantastic. I'm so glad how it came out. I'm so glad how it looks. I'm so glad how it works and functions and everything. Optimizing for mobile, my god, that was fucking big. Like, I hate that mobile devices exist because making websites for mobile is absolute chore. Such a nonsense. So optimizing the website for mobile was such a chore. I want to kill myself. But it's done. It's done and all that kind of stuff. Great. So yeah, BattlefieldOne.net. Please check out. And if you do support us, you do enjoy what we had to do, what we're doing with, with the podcast and the website, all that kind of stuff, please subscribe to Patreon. Please donate, Actually, we have a dedicated donation page now, BattlefieldOne.net/donate. What was that? Support Patreon, like BattlefieldOne.net/Patreon. That easy. That like no drama, no nothing. Fantastic. Keep it simple. Like, I love our website. Our website, like, I'm so glad we did that because it's just one of the best ideas we ever did. And it will be fantastic for the game launch too. So I noticed our viewership and audio listeners and everything jumped. I don't know if it's because of the Battlefield recent Battlefield news happening, or whatever the case may be, because people are like, oh, what people think about Battlefield? Like, oh, Battlefield 1 podcast? Yeah, let me check Battlefield 1 podcast. Or the website they're actually promoting, because I made a Facebook page for Battlefield 1. So it's basically posting articles and everything. Of course, our Twitter page is posting articles, all that kind of stuff. It's a lot of work in the background, but we're doing good. I'm really proud of the progress that is being done. We're building a nice foundation. Actually, no, foundation is built. That's the thing. We're now building the building itself. The foundation is there to make is really cool, and it is cool. I think it's one of the best things we ever did so far. Like literally, like making Battlefield related trailers was like fantastic, but making this website is probably one of my favorite achievements so far. Like it's definitely up there in my top 5 achievements when it comes to Battlefield. Like just if not top 3, like of top 2, like just making this just is fantastic, and I'm glad people enjoying the articles and everything. I actually posted one of the articles from our last episode where we talked about Battlefield 6 naming, like why Battlefield 6 is named Battlefield 6. And I posted that article saying like, hey, I don't think EA shows any confidence in this game. And I shit you not, as soon as we posted that article on Reddit, on the Battlefield subreddit, I shit you not, 30 seconds in, there's already 5 comments. Oh, fuck yeah, why you being all doom and gloom, all that kind of shit? Like, people just bitching. Oh, this is a shit article, all that kind of stuff. Then, of course, someone said, oh, I'm not gonna read it. Just because it was an article, people checked on it, and that probably brought some new audiences. Are like, okay, yeah. Listen, I can tell Battlefield subreddit sometimes are just absolute morons, absolute idiots sometimes. Well, I'm not gonna read it. Oh, it's doom and gloom and so on and blah, blah, blah. It's funny how they all the time chill on the Battlefield server, but they have no idea what's going on around them. They have no idea about the news or everything. They're just like, sheep. I don't know what to call it. It's just a mob mentality. It's like, what's so fucking shit? Why are you being so gloom? Well, if you read a fucking article, you would understand that we're not being absolute doom and gloom, but at the same time, like, how's that different? It's just so dumb. But it's kind of funny though, just because I want to see what's the reaction gonna be from Reddit. Like, that's the thing. I really want to see what's gonna be the reaction, because sometimes it's just like, that's what I hear sometimes, and I'm like, wow. And these are the people that think they know what Battlefield is. Oh my god. Anyway, yeah. So if you ever read a BattlefieldOne.net article from us and all that kind of stuff, please share it everywhere. Like, please share it on Twitter. Please share it on Reddit. Share it everywhere. I don't care if it's negative or positive feedback or whatever the case may be, right? Just anything, right? It's like, it helps out. It's like, hey, if you read the article in 5 minutes and you come out with somewhat, you don't feel like your time was wasted, it's a win in my eyes. We won. We did not waste your time. We probably educate, maybe whatever, or enlighten you in some shape or form. Fantastic. That's all it is. That's all. I ask nothing more. So if you're reading any of our articles, please check out. Like, please read them. Please share. Share them and everything, please, because it does help out. Like, share them everywhere. Like, wherever the case may be. So yeah. Long story short, I'm really enjoying the website. I'm glad what the website is right now. I'm glad about the background stuff that is happening with the website. It's game changer for us. It's such a game changer. Literally game changer. And I'm glad what the podcast is. And I'm looking forward, like, hopefully that you're not gonna leave us and you're gonna enjoy what we have to say about Battlefield franchise. And we're gonna get more people and everything, and we're doing great. Like, thank you guys. Thank you. Thank you for caring what we have to say about this godforsaken franchise. Thank you so much. Like, all the patrons and everything, all the donations. Thank you. Thank you so much. So, yeah. Oh my god, someone's car is literally beeping in the background. But I was ending anyway. So, anyway. Let's end this episode on a good note. Battlefield 6 reveal happening tomorrow. Whatever happens, happens. There will be no public episodes in the next 2-3 weeks, because I'm gonna be on holiday, and I will try to enjoy it. I don't think it's gonna be that enjoyable, because for visiting in-laws and all that kind of stuff, but at the same time, it's better to be there than at work, for example. We'll see if the open beta drops at the start of August, early August. I'll try to play it on my PS5. Finally see how the game feels and everything, so that's gonna be interesting. And check out the website, all that kind of stuff, BattlefieldOne.net. And if you want to support us directly, patreon.com/TheLankySoldier. And yeah, that's kind of it. So